You're with India 360 here on CNN News 18. I'm Shayuni Iyer. 24 hours worth of news in 24 minutes flat. It's news non-stop. A look at our headlines first. The AIADMK goes into rewind mode, dumps Shashikala and Dinakaran from their posts, appoints Jayalalitha eternal General Secretary. Is a floor test next. Vital clues may have been destroyed in the Ryan school murder. CNN News 18 finds the crime scene. Even the murder weapon was tampered with. Call it the Irma effect. Weathermen turn into supermen in taking a hurricane head-on. And it's not Jackson, it's Jack Ma. The Alibaba founder's dance performance goes viral. Our top story. 5 days after the murder of a 7-year-old in his school washroom, the post-mortem report has conclusively said that the child was not sexually assaulted. Now, the heat is on the Ryan International School authorities for allegedly tampering with the evidence. The Haryana police say school officials wiped blood off the walls and floor of the washroom where the child's throat was cut. CNN News 18 spoke to a parent who was at Ryan International School on Friday morning, who said the conductor, who's allegedly confessed to the crime, washed the blood off his shirt and no one stopped him.
बच्ची को ले जाने के बाद उसको मैंने पहली बार गौर से देखा, उसके शर्ट जो है खून से पूरी तरह लथपथ थी और मैंने उनको कहा कि पुलिस आ रही है, जब तक पुलिस नहीं आ जाती आप अपनी शर्ट मत धोइए, उतारिए मत.
But did the blood get on the conductor's shirt when he stabbed the boy or when he picked up his body after someone else had already stabbed him? To add to the mystery, the school bus driver claims he was being pressurized to confess.
मतलब मुझे ये तो नहीं पता कि वो पुलिस वाले थे, नहीं मतलब पुलिस वालों जो यूनिफॉर्म में थे उनमें से मेरे पास कोई कुछ ऐसा नहीं आया, बल्कि उन्होंने खाली मेरे जो मैंने बताया वो बयान लिया है. सिविल वालों ने मतलब ये कहा था कि मतलब कंडक्टर ने तो बयान दे दिया है, अब तुझे देख ले तुझे क्या करना है. उसने कहा कि ऐसे ही बताएगा, पीट के बताएगा. मैंने ये कहा कि मैंने मारो पीटो चाहे कुछ भी करो, जो सच्चाई वो सच्चाई.
Two top school officials are in police custody for 2 days. The CEO and staff members were questioned in Mumbai today by a police team. The school management has already been granted anticipatory bail by the Bombay High Court. Praduman Thakur's father says he simply wants the truth.
मैं उसकी बड़ाई करना चाहूँगा जो अपनी गलती एक्सेप्ट करे और आगे आके उस चीज़ में सपोर्ट करे कि जो गलती हुई है वो किस रीज़न से हुई है, क्यों हुई है, वो स्पष्ट रूप से सामने आए और कोई कल्प्रेट उससे एस्केप ना कर सके.
The Supreme Court will hear a plea on the safety of school children on the 15th of September, filed by 2 women lawyers. The Centre too is taking action. The Ministers for HRD and Women and Child Development will hold a high-level meeting tomorrow, focusing on safety protocol for schools. Now here's why the case against the arrested school bus conductor seems weak. No motive has been conclusively established. There's confusion over the knife used as the murder weapon. The conductor reportedly claims to have bought it from Agra, while other reports say it was taken from the toolkit of the bus. Now, the knife itself was touched by multiple people. It was even washed. There's no clarity either over whether the conductor got blood on his clothes while he was killing Pradyumna or helping to move his body. The evidence has been badly compromised as well, with school staff trampling all over the crime scene, the conductor even washing his shirt. Now, Nobel laureate and child activist Kailash Satyarthi told CNN News 18 that safety mechanisms are already in place in schools. They must simply be implemented properly.
Safety of children is still not our priority. We just ignore it. The law against child sexual abuse, POCSO, has to be properly implemented.
And major drama in the AIADMK. The party has finally taken the big step of removing Shashikala from the General Secretary's post. Her nephew, TTV Dinakaran, has also been sacked as Deputy General Secretary. Bizarrely though, Shashikala has been replaced with Jayalalitha. Yes, Amma has been reinstated as the AIADMK's eternal General Secretary 10 months after her death.
98% attended today the General Council. It puts paid to the lie propagated by TTV Dinakaran, who is, in a way, his joining the party is not recognized today. So they've both been removed.
Functionally, the party will be run by Deputy Chief Minister O. Paneerselvam as Chief Coordinator, along with Chief Minister E. Palaniswamy. The AIADMK reported 95% attendance at its General Council meeting. However, the MLAs loyal to Dinakaran were conspicuous by their absence.
பொதுமக்களும் இந்த பழனிசாமி அண்ட் கோவின் துரோகத்தை கட்சிக்கே தன்னை முதல்வராக்கிய பொதுச்செயலாளர் சின்னம்மா அவர்களுக்கே இவர்கள் இவ்வளவு துரோகம் செய்கிறார்களே.
The OPS-EPS combined faction has 112 MLAs, 6 less than the required 118, and Dinakaran will be supported by the opposition DMK. The Madras High Court is set to hear pleas filed by Dinakaran and the DMK pushing for a floor test on the 10th of October. Hundreds of people thronged the streets of Bengaluru to protest against the murder of journalist Gauri Lankesh. No arrests have been made in the murder of the journalist who was shot dead outside her home in Bengaluru last week. Protesters donned black badges that read "I am Gauri" and marched through the city. They also released a special edition of the newspaper Gauri Lankesh Patrike at the Central College grounds. A Patiala House Court has directed the Delhi police to de-seal the room of Hotel Leela, where former Union Minister Shashi Tharoor's wife, Sunanda Pushkar, was found dead in January 2014. On the 4th of September, the court had cracked down on Delhi police for delaying the de-sealing of the room. Now the police have been ordered to file a compliance report by the 26th of this month. The battle over who owns the famous monkey selfie has finally been settled. The legal battle between PETA and photographer David Slater has ended with an agreement for the photographer to donate 25% of his future revenues to charities protecting black-crested macaques. That's the type of monkey which used his camera to click the famous selfie in 2011. PETA activists had sued Slater on behalf of the monkey, saying that the photographer had no right to profit from the monkey's work. No headway on the strike which has halted life in the Bengal Hills despite the second round of talks between Mamata Banerjee and the Gorkha party leaders. However, the government has promised to look into the issues of tea gardens, including their reopening and the wages and pending payments of tea garden workers. Gorkha parties on their part assured the government the situation would be back to normal by the end of the month in time for Durga Puja. The digital world is on tenterhooks tonight, waiting for a new launch from Apple. India, of course, will have to wait a little longer, as always.
Is a revolutionary mobile phone.
10 years ago, Apple founder Steve Jobs announced what would be the biggest revolution in the mobile phone market.
It works like magic.
In 2017, the expectations are higher and the challenge is bigger. With more than 1 billion iPhones sold since its debut, can Apple produce another game changer?
How do you just wow the audiences? How do you wow consumers and keep those loyalists keep coming back against some very stiff competition?
Most of the speculation so far is about whether the new iPhone will have a sleeker and bigger screen. The one thing that's bound to be bigger is the price tag. It's expected to sell for $1,000. That's upward of 65,000 rupees. Will it be bang for the buck?
Leading the specs game. You know, it took them a while to put more RAM, more battery, all these kind of things onto a phone. Other Android smartphones had did it before.
So chances are Apple CEO Tim Cook will have something extra special up his sleeve when he launches the iPhone 8 and the all-new revolutionary iPhone X. Now, the biggest buzz is around the iPhone X. Here's what to expect. The iPhone X is said to be Apple's new flagship phone. The base model for this phone is likely to cost $1,000. That's about 65,000 rupees. The premium model may be 54% more expensive than the current iPhone 7, and that already puts it out of my budget range. It's likely to have 3 color options: white, black and copper, or rose gold. It's also probably going to have wireless charging, just like the Apple Watch, and this has really got Apple fans excited. It's said to have the largest screen of any iPhone ever. More news. Rahul Gandhi's speech at Berkeley made waves back home. The BJP rolled out senior ministers to fire back at the Congress vice president. Here's what got them worked up.
Liberal journalists being shot, people being lynched because they are Dalits, Muslims killed on suspicion of eating beef. This is new in India and damages India very badly. Decisions like demonetization, which removed 86% of cash from circulation overnight and was carried out unilaterally without asking the chief economic advisor, the cabinet, or even parliament, imposes a devastating cost on India. He doesn't converse with the people he works with. I mean, even members of parliament of the BJP come to me and tell me that. I mean, there's a lot of information that the opposition, for example, has. And he's not really interested in that input. So that's one aspect of it.
And in response to that speech, Union Minister Smriti Irani called Rahul a failed dynast. The Congress hit back, accusing the Prime Minister of having been the first to insult India on foreign soil.
The fact that Mr. Gandhi chose to belittle the Honorable Prime Minister is not surprising, in fact expected. It is not surprising that a dynast has absolutely no support, no kind words or good words to speak about cooperative federalism, which is very evident today.
It is the present Prime Minister who is guilty of insulting India on foreign soil. It is wrong to accuse Shri Rahul Gandhi of having said anything which is belittling.
Now, Amit Shah spoke exclusively to CNN News 18, slamming the opposition for focusing on appeasement and dynasty politics.
As the head of the ruling party, where do you think opposition is failing?
देखिए, इस देश की राजनीति लगभग 70 के दशक से के शुरुआत से या तो 65 से ही 3 मुद्दों पर चली गई: जातिवाद, परिवारवाद और तुष्टीकरण। अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी के करोड़ों कार्यकर्ताओं के प्रयास से और विशेषकर मोदी जी की सफलता के कारण इस देश की राजनीति में एक गुणात्मक परिवर्तन आया है। जातिवाद, परिवारवाद और तुष्टीकरण, अपीसमेंट, ये तीनों को जनता अब नहीं चाहती है।
Panic on the Delhi metro during rush hour last night. A packed train on the Yellow Line made its way from Chowri Bazaar to Kashmiri Gate with one of its gates open. The DMRC says the incident occurred due to a technical glitch, that the door was guarded by metro staff throughout. Passengers were asked to get off the train at Kashmiri Gate station and it was taken for repairs. A special Tada court has sentenced Abu Salim's aide Riyaz Siddiqui to life imprisonment in builder Pradeep Jain's murder case. Jain was shot dead by assailants outside his Juhu bungalow after allegedly refusing to succumb to extortion attempts by underworld gangster Abu Salim in 1995. Siddiqui is also convicted in the 1993 Mumbai serial blasts case. Abu Salim's already serving a life sentence for the 1995 murder. If one snake isn't enough to scare you, here's one with 2 heads. This 2-headed rattlesnake was discovered by an electrical worker while working in a home in Arkansas. It was inspected by animal scientists before being transferred to a local nature center. Kerala priest Father Tom, who was kidnapped by an ISIS faction in Yemen, has been rescued after 17 months. This after a concerted effort by the Oman Foreign Ministry and Yemeni officials. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj shared the news on Twitter. Sources told CNN News 18 the priest is currently in Muscat and will be flown to Kerala soon.
First and foremost, to thank God Almighty.
A burglar was caught at Karnal's Ashoka colony yesterday for attempted robbery. So what's unusual? He carried out all these thefts with the help of his dog Lalu. Lalu would guard the place while the burglar carried out the robbery, and when caught in the act and arrested, Lalu ended up following the police jeep, carrying his owner all the way up to the police station. In a welcome move, Kerala Health Minister Shailaja has announced transgender clinics across all medical college hospitals in the state. These clinics will provide free treatment along with exclusive health cards for transgenders. Apart from clinics, the government has also planned to start 2 surgical wings to help in sex reassignment surgeries for the transgender community. Now, Hurricane Irma might be a professional dream come true for meteorologists, but think about what they went through to capture weather conditions firsthand during the hurricane. The videos posted on Twitter by Simon Brewer are going viral for good reason. He taped his storm-chasing partner Justin Drake having a Superman moment as he tries to get a wind speed reading when Hurricane Irma hit Florida. Drake is almost blown backwards at one point. He stumbles several times but manages to hold his ground. It's all in a day's work really for these meteorologists. Drake posted on Twitter that he got a wind speed reading of 117 miles per hour. Next time you feel like you're being blown off your feet at work, think about this guy. And this could be the future of motorsport, a racetrack full of driverless electric cars. Automotive innovator RoboRace has unveiled a design for the world's first self-driving electric-powered robocar. The AI vehicle has been designed to compete in a field of 20 robocars. Driverless races will form part of the entertainment at Formula E Epri weekends. The all-electric race series is currently midway through its third season. RoboRace successfully trialled its AI technology on track at the Marrakesh Epri last November. The car uses a range of driverless technologies including LiDAR, radar, ultrasonic sensors, optical speed sensors, AI cameras and GNSS positioning. It's predominantly made of carbon fiber and weighs 975 kilos. Designers believe the car will help change motorsport for the better, ushering in a cleaner, safer future. The Supreme Court has cut the waiting period for divorce under Hindu law. The waiting period of divorce through mutual consent has been shortened by 6 months. Now, the courts don't need to wait for 6 months to pass a divorce decree. Interpreting the Hindu Marriage Act, the Supreme Court said there's no need to perpetuate a purposeless marriage and that a couple's agony should not be prolonged when reconciliation is not possible. More news now. The United States commemorated those who lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks on its 16th anniversary. One of the most striking memorials was the Tribute in Light. The installation itself is a feat of engineering conceived by a collective of New York artists, featuring 88 powerful searchlights placed into 2 squares that evoke the shape and size of the Twin Towers when the lights are turned on. A new Jaish-e-Mohammed video has emerged from South Kashmir where young militants can be seen getting trained. The latest video has sloganeering and catchy music in its soundtrack. The terror outfit is known to have released such videos in the past as well. This one, however, comes at a time when Home Minister Rajnath Singh is visiting the valley to promote dialogue and peace. British lawmakers voted in favour of a key Brexit bill early this morning, marking an important milestone in the UK's exit from the European Union. Members of Parliament passed the European Union withdrawal bill by 326 votes to 290. This will transfer EU law into UK legislation when Britain exits the bloc. Now it moves on to committee stage and undergoes line-by-line scrutiny. Only 5 years old, but this girl already has 2 records to her name. Shivani, an archery prodigy from Vijayawada, entered the record books after firing 103 arrows from a distance of 10 meters in just 11 minutes and 19 seconds. That's not all. Shivani also released 36 arrows from a distance of 20 meters in a record time of 5 minutes and 8 seconds, scoring a stellar 290 points out of 360. She's all set now to represent Andhra Pradesh in archery at the state level. The Supreme Court has banned the entry of firecrackers into Delhi NCR ahead of Dussehra and Diwali. The court says that Delhi's existing stock is more than enough for 2017. Now, Delhi's ambient air quality will be assessed after Diwali. The number of temporary licenses to sell firecrackers in Delhi has been capped at 500. Now, the court has also banned the use of harmful chemicals like lithium, mercury, arsenic and lead in the manufacture of fireworks. A quick look at some more news now. The United Nations has called on the Rohingya crisis a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. The UN Human Rights Chief Zeid Ra'ad Al Hussein urged Myanmar to end what he called a cruel military operation in its Rakhine state. The violence, which began on the 25th of August, has seen more than 30,000 Rohingya Muslims fleeing to Bangladesh and other countries. After about an hour and a half of arguments, the Chandigarh District Court dismissed the bail plea of accused Vikas Barala in the Chandigarh stalking case. The court has rejected the application of the prosecution to transfer his bail application to a special court for women and children. City-based DJ Varnika Kundu was stalked by Vikas Barala and Ashish on the 4th of August. When she spoke about it on social media, it ended in the duo's arrest. Monkey business on the Delhi metro and the videos going viral. Train on Delhi's Violet Line had an extra passenger. We are fairly sure he didn't have a ticket either.
Bata Chowk Station Darwaze Bani.
The sight of this monkey strolling through the coaches of the train took passengers by surprise. Well, not so surprised that they didn't take out their phones and shoot videos, but no one messed with the monkey. And we must say the monkey aped a model commuter too. No swinging from the handrails or hogging the seats. For another look at any of those stories, just check us out online on Twitter or on Facebook. That's it on India 360 tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.